You tell yourself you like silence, that you're comfortable alone, that you don't need constant stimulation. But notice what actually happens when everything goes quiet. No phone, no background noise, no one watching. Your mind doesn't relax. It tightens. And the uncomfortable part isn't boredom. It's that silence removes something you didn't realize you were using to hold yourself together. There's a quiet belief intelligent people carry without questioning it. That thinking is who they are. That mental activity equals depth. That awareness means constantly processing. So when silence shows up, it feels empty, unproductive, even slightly threatening. You assume the discomfort means something is missing, that you should be doing more, thinking more, engaging more. But that belief itself is the illusion. Your brain didn't evolve to enjoy silence. It evolved to monitor, to anticipate, to scan for subtle threats, social, emotional, existential. For intelligent minds, this monitoring system becomes refined, internal. Thought becomes a form of control. As long as your mind is narrating, analyzing, labeling, you feel oriented, grounded, defined. Silence interrupts that narration. And when the narrator disappears, something unsettling happens. You don't feel calm. You feel undefined. That's why you reach for your phone without thinking. Why music plays during routine tasks that don't need it. Why even serious conversations feel easier with background noise. You're not avoiding quiet. You're avoiding what quiet reveals. Moments like standing in the shower without sound, sitting in a car before turning the engine on, lying in bed with no input. Your mind rushes to fill those gaps. Not because you're restless, but because stillness removes your usual reference points. Over time, this avoidance shapes how you live. You choose environments that keep you mentally occupied. You stay busy, not externally, but internally. Always reading, thinking, analyzing, planning. Silence threatens your sense of competence. Because without thought, you don't feel intelligent. You feel exposed. So you unknowingly structure your life to stay slightly stimulated, enough to avoid that blank, wordless space. And you call it curiosity, or productivity, or self-awareness. Here's the uncomfortable part. Silence doesn't feel empty because there's nothing there. It feels uncomfortable because there's nothing protecting you from yourself. No identity reinforcement, no mental posture, no internal performance, just raw presence. And presence doesn't explain itself. When silence arrives, your brain loses its familiar grip. The mind is a translator. It turns experience into meaning. Silence bypasses translation. There's no story, no insight, no label. And for an intelligent person, that feels like a loss of status. Internally, because intelligence has become not just a tool, but a refuge. Silence doesn't threaten your intelligence. It reveals how much you rely on it to feel real. This is why silence can feel vaguely unsettling rather than peaceful. It removes your internal hierarchy. No smart thoughts. No clever observations. No quiet superiority of understanding. Just being. And being doesn't flatter the mind. So when silence makes you uncomfortable, it's not because you're shallow, or restless, or broken. It's because silence asks a question your mind can't answer. When there's nothing to think about, and the reason that question feels heavy is because, for once, your intelligence isn't invited to speak.